Okay, and welcome once again to me trying to remember where the camera is. Anyway, alright, well, so far I've actually been making a pretty good bit of progress. A little bit frustrated on the shoulders. Yeah, they didn't come out as good as I wanted them to, but what I've ended up doing actually is putting a layer of the 2 millimeter foam inside, just kind of as a really more as just a grip layer, to be honest, just to kind of keep everything in place. Uh, yeah, I was hoping to do it without putting a liner in and all, but actually it works. And so I've got the shoulder, you know, actually got both shoulders done. And then what I've been able to do in some spots is I've actually gone in, kind of just shaved it down, just kind of shape it somewhat. Uh, and then I got this prepped out for painting because there's actually a piece that goes on either side there. But yeah, I got the seams caulked in right now and everything, so that way when I get around to painting this, because the main armor is just going to basically be black. Uh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, the main armor is basically just going to be black, and then there'll be various detail elements like this right here is actually. This actually is. Oh, goes up here, and so it's going to be like this piece is going to be red. The underlayer is going to be black, and then this actually joins to the shoulder, and then there's another piece that goes behind that, and then there's actually a longer piece which actually I have underneath the pile here. But yeah, there's actually basically two pieces that go there, the two pieces that go here, and those are going to be the black underlayer, and then these detail pieces that I have on it are going to be the red ones. And right now, it's more of a first draft deal. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rebuild. Uh, I may end up keeping them, and then just kind of just refinishing them or whatever. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just kind of like right now, just taking the Iron Spider torso and kind of just removing the extraneous elements of it. Because I had one thing planned that I may or may not actually do at this point, and keeping the specific arms of the chest fighter that I did were originally based on that particular plan. So I may end up still going with that, although I do kind of really like that idea more for my Tron Legacy, which the Iron Spider torso, uh, sections of it really will make good armor templates for me to do out of like either like perspex or plexiglass, which I don't know if they're the same thing or not, but I just keep hearing the two different terms. But some sort of clear thermoform plastic that I will use to go and custom frame and or custom shape into the torso, more of an actual close fitting shell. And that is where it is that I'm actually going to be inserting or implanting or whatever. I'm not quite sure how you say, but I'm going to basically be installing EL wire, EL paneling, things like that, and then using the plexiglass just to kind of give that armor effect of the Trump legacy of those suits and how it is. That like when they put the pieces on the arms, they put the piece on the torso and everything. I'm going with different shapes for mine, but I want that kind of thing in the Tron Legacy thing, and it's a lot of stuff that I'm putting into this Darth Vader. Yeah, yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'm putting into the Darth Vader thing is I wanted a lot of the same stuff. So some of what I'm doing is kind of be like, okay, I want to do this in the Tron Legacy thing, And so I can use some of the stuff that's going to be in this one as starting points for the other ones, and then just kind of put in and swap out the detailing and everything else. So the whole thing is kind of a work in progress. But right now, I am finishing up the chest and torso detailing. And because of how I divided up the pieces, normally on a foam build template, you have all of the pieces on one side. With this, because of how it was, I ended up actually having some pieces from one side, most of the pieces from the other, and so the detail pieces, like a lot of them come from one side or the other, and so I have to actually pull back up the Peppercur Designer and actually go and look at it and say, okay, yeah, this piece is actually on this side, which means for this side I have to grab because I actually have like both sets. It's just I need to figure out which set actually goes with the thing because like I cut out one full size of the structural pieces for the right side, and come to find out that pieces like the like the ones that I cut out were actually for the left side, structurals. So I'm basically just sorting that out now and getting which ones to which pieces. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Anyway, getting which detail pieces go onto which structural, getting the structural sorted out and everything. And basically, all I have to do now is just build up the second layer on the shoulder, the chest straps, and then the uh, yeah, and I am going to have to recaulk some of my seams just to deal with the fact that there's going to be movement and so forth on them. So either way, it is coming along. Some of it's a frustrating process because this is the first foam build that I've ever done. And so, or at least it's the first actual build. I did another one that just was, oh god, yeah, it in terms of costuming, it basically was the equivalent of kindergartner's macaroni art. So, so this actually is coming out a lot better than I was originally thinking it was going to. Uh, and yeah, so I'm still learning. The finer points of things like caulking the seams and getting all the smoothing and shaping finished. So it is coming along, and like I've got just another couple of hours worth of work on it. It's just, or I mean, at normal speed. Once I know what I'm doing, yeah, I've probably got like maybe like 2 hours worth of work left on this thing. I've probably got like another 6 hours just because of how fast it takes me to do everything because I'm actually my cuts are actually coming out a hell of a lot better now. So I've gotten that pretty well up to speed, and so then it's just a matter of just thing. I mean, if I had marked out the pieces how I should have for this would have been done probably. This would actually, I'd probably be maybe like, oh shit, I'd probably be about like 10 minutes done, 10 minutes away from done on this. As it is, I probably got about 2 hours on this. And then probably like 3 to 4 hours, just putting everything together and finishing off and everything. And then after that, it's just paint and a little bit of stuff. So, yeah. And one thing definitely about the heat, remember, is to stay hydrated. Well, anyway, I'm going to get back onto this, and thank you for keeping up with what I'm doing here.